Good morning, Vibe Tribe. Happy Monday. Happy day off after free shipping and free product. Don't We're gonna start our morning with our morning gratitude. Remember, you guys, we want to be sharing things that are the last 24 to 36 hours. I'm very, we talk about this every week. It's important to start our heart days with gratitude and an open heart. I know this past weekend has been a little crazy at our house because my husband's shifts have been changing, so it was nice to spend time with him, but then to lose him on Sunday night. Like Sunday night is now his Monday. Not a fan, but we'll get through it. So, for that, I'm super grateful that I was able to spend some time with him. I know Sky had some puppies this weekend, so she's super pumped about having the new Shih Tzu puppies today. I don't think there's really, other than fall bonus, you guys, like almost the end. Like we have 3 weeks till the end of the month to get this fall bonus. Your push is how you're doing your business. Today we have Lindsey with us. She is going to share some tips and tricks of the business side of Thrive, because that's what this month is all about. Go ahead, Lindsey.
Awesome. Well, let me just start with my gratitude. I had a great weekend with my daughter. She turned 21. And let's just be honest, I've been a single mom her whole life. And so we've had that power struggle, but Jesus is working. We had such a great weekend, and it was just nice to finally get to be, friends and not so much in mom mode. So yeah, guys, always start with a grateful heart. It is super duper important to remind yourself. That's what keeps you humble. Let's just start there. And in this business, it is very, very easy to lose sight of things. Have a person tell you no, maybe hit a rank up bonus and you go the opposite direction. Like, just always stay humble and tried and true to who you are. So when Melanie asked me to speak, I'm one of those people, I fly by the seat of my britches, like literally. So I love Jesus, but I cuss. So I woke up this morning and said, Lord, give me the words that you need me to say. And these are the words I want to say. Um, it is so easy in this business. Just so y'all know, I have been a Thriver now for almost 9 years. January will be my 9-year anniversary. I have been up and down and all around in this business. I am not very big about throwing out all of the acclimates that I've made, but I'll tell you, yes, I have succeeded in this business. But let me tell you something. I've missed my rank. I've gone up, I've gone down, I've had huge leaders walk away, I have struggled, I have waited till the last minute to maybe hit something. There have just been, I think this is the year of vulnerability for me. And the reason why I think that that is important is because we live in a world where, and this is a tip and a trick that I want to tell you, it is so easy to get on this little booger right here. Look, here it is, 6 o'clock in the morning for me. And I already was on Facebook. Like, what the hell? Guys, it is so easy for us to compare ourselves to other people. The famous thing I remember when I first joined this company, in network marketing in general, I have never done network marketing. So I like to leave that out there and tell people this is the first time I've ever done it. Didn't believe in it. And excuse me if I keep looking down. I got a new puppy as well a week ago, and she is a little shit. Um, but long story short, do not compare your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. And when I first joined this, like, I'd always hear that, or I read a bunch of stuff. I'm not a big, huge book reader, but quotes. I was like, what the hell does that mean? Like, what? Why do they keep saying that to me? Hello, I now understand what that means. I don't know what these other people have done. You don't know when you're sitting here and you're following, because I do think it's important to follow leaders in our industry, because that's how you learn. If you're the smartest person in the room, you need to step into another room. But there is also a fine line in a comparison trap. So I think too many people get caught up in, I didn't earn this. I didn't earn that trip. I didn't do anything over the weekend. Nobody jumped on a promo. Oh my gosh, I already saw the requirements came out for Miami. There's just no way I can do it. Or maybe people around you or within your team are earning that 4K bonus, and have $300 to it. Stop the comparison game and just be who you are. Be real, be raw, and be authentic to who you are. The one thing, the most important business tip that I could give you in being in this industry for 9 years, being at the tippy top to losing my ring back down to 80K for like 5 months in a row and having to earn it back, and watching big leaders walk away within my own team, and then their whole team leaves. It's not necessarily that they leave. It's just amazing how one person can leave, and like, I don't know, people just want to quit all of a sudden. Stop quitting on your dreams. Stop. There is nothing that I can do, that Melanie can do, that Paul or Jason or anybody can do but you. And the minute that you stop, the first and only book I have read from front to back that nobody made me read, that I didn't earn anything. I mean, I even go back to like my younger years. I remember I learned Bible verses and read books just to go to Six Flags and get free pizza. Anybody from Texas that used to do that? Because in Texas, they had this book club where you read 600 minutes and you got a free Six Flags ticket. Other than that, my ass ain't never read. But the very first book that I ever read front to back that I didn't win anything for was the Eric Worre GoPro. And I feel like that's what shook my and rocked my world for me. And that was when one of the chapters says, fire your upline. And as much as I have the best upline, Susan Kaufman is my upline. We're best friends. We were acquaintances prior to this. We were not great we weren't anything other than just Facebook acquaintances when I started this business. But I had to do my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, which is in this calendar. I had to reach out. I had to be bold, and I had to do the do to get the get. And it's so easy. This business is ever evolving and changing. So maybe what worked for you 8 years ago, or maybe 3 months ago, hell, 3 months ago, maybe not is not going to work for you anymore. It's okay to change what you're doing, but don't do it because you're watching somebody else be successful. Guys, I used to hear the word stop sending cold. I don't send cold messages. I don't send cold messages. I don't ever, when I sit here and I like bring myself back and I have to have a moment, I don't ever feel like I've ever sent a cold message. When you're passionate about something, when this has changed your life, it's not a cold message. Okay. So I was letting other people in this industry say, I don't send cold messages. I built my business without ever having to send a message in an inbox. Okay. That's great. That's worked for you. But I built myself to 200K in 5 months because of sending messages and letting people know that I was sitting on gold, letting people know that this changed my life. Either you want it or you don't, but I got it if you do. And so I let that mindset these last few years get into me and be like, quit sending the message. Why? It's not a cold message when you're passionate and you love this product. Hey, have you ever heard about Thrive? I've been, why haven't you jumped on the bandwagon with me? I will tell you there's no perfect message. Yes, is millions made in the messenger? Heck yeah, it is. I can prove that right here. It is. Messenger will be your best friend. 70% of my business has been built on social media. So when I have I got to go get this because she's tearing up my stamps. Hold on. I will tell you, little stinker. Stop tearing up mommy's stamps. I will tell you this. I lost my train of thought, so we'll just go back to something different. Every single day, I work my business day in and day out. I send my messages. I do my reach outs. Now I remember what I was going to. I probably would not even have social media. I'm a girl that loves to know about everybody. I love to share my life, but it's also exhausting, right? Let's just all say that. I mean, let's just be real. But when I changed my mindset to believe that my social media is my business, it is my free billboard, but it's actually paid for because it does take my time. And guys, when you remember that time is money, just as much as money physically, your time is money as well. And it took me a long time to learn my balance and my boundaries in this business and in life. So make sure that when you're on your social media, it is your business platform. And I say that because that's probably a missing link to a lot of people. I don't use my social media to bash, badger, anything. I use it to show you my fives. I'm a firm believer. Now I'm a new dog mom. Never in a million years. I talked more shit than a two-headed parrot that I was going to get an animal. Now I got one and I love her. I'm a college mom, AKA empty nester. I'm married to the love of my life. I love to razor ride. I love to boat. Like, if you get on my social media, you know I'm a thriver, but you know I like to have fun. You know what um, sparks me, if I need prayers. Like, I'm very, very vocal about those things, but thrive just is a part of me. It's just a part of me, but I don't throw it up. I don't sit here and you scroll and all you see is thrive, 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 thrive. That's not what I use it. Yes, it is my billboard, but it's not that kind. It's a part of me and who I am and what I have to hold and what I have to bring to the table. And so I know that you probably sit on these Zooms week in and week out and hear different leaders come on here. One thing I have learned is redundant. So we hosted a boot camp in our team page for 6 months. And when I say boot camp, like, I was a damn drill sergeant, guys. I even have a bandana right here that was army colored because there were me and two of my other leaders. We were drill sergeants, and to be in this boot camp, you had to be 1,000 trillion% committed. What we do every single day, which is just fed into my business. So I just want to give you a rundown. But here's this boot camp reminded me why I do what I do, and reminded me that I was throwing a lot of shit at the wall to see what stuck. So if that just kind of stung you a little bit, that's okay. You're human. The only thing that you can do for now is say, okay, I'm tired of throwing shit at the wall. I'm tired of just doing the do. I want to get the get. But when you come and you look in the mirror and you talk to yourself, you'll find out really fast if you're really, really doing your business. So let me just give you a rundown of what it is that we do. Every single day, we do 10, 6, 3, 2, 1. 10 reach outs. Only in boot camp, a reach out is not you going on your social media and commenting. So if Melanie was there and she was talking about like her husband, he's back on a new schedule, and I just said something like, "Oh girl, that sucks." That does not count as a reach out. If I went on there and I said, "Oh my gosh, girl, that sucks. How are you going to keep your time occupied? Aren't you just thankful for such a giving man that wants to provide for your family?" And Melanie comes back and she was like, Lindsey, when you put it in that perspective, yeah, you're right. Like, whatever. I'm just throwing something out there. Okay. That is considered a reach out because I reached out to her. She reached back out to me. I'm able to start a conversation back with her. That's one. Una mas, one. I got 9 more of those to do. So when I changed that and I started actually committing to conversations with individuals, getting into people's messenger, and looking and seeing like, okay, I see a Mariah on here with 2 little ones. Maybe she showed them both doing something this morning on her stories. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Mariah, that's so cute. I remember when my daughter used to do the same thing. How old are your kids? Whatever the case is. And she comes back and we start that genuine, oh, boom, there's number 2. It's a lot more organic when you do it that way. It's a lot more sustainable in your business when you're becoming a professional friend maker. Okay. Let's just be honest. You probably wouldn't be making all of these comments if you weren't trying to build a business, right or wrong. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. But there are going to be some times when you're just truly going to be a friend to somebody, which is awesome because Jesus wants us to shine our light to everybody. And there's going to be times where that friendship's going to turn into them. I know y'all have heard this. You've used this a million times, like, know, and trust you. That's ultimately the goal in this business. So that's what I do. My 6 follow-ups have my 5, 4, 3, my 10, 6 have nothing to do with Thrive. Let's just be honest right now. They have nothing at all to do with Thrive. They are just me reaching out. My follow-ups have nothing to do with Thrive. I know what my Thrive business is. I know every single day I got to go check on my auto shippers. I got to go check on my customers. I got to go check on my VIP report. Like, I know I have to do that every day, come hell or high water. I have to build to my network. So that's what I look at my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So my follow-ups are me going back to those individuals from last week and checking in on them. Every single person that I do a reach out to or a follow-up, I write a little dash beside it. And I say, Brittany's birthday, Melanie's hubby, Mariah's son lost his tooth or busted his nose. Like, I know that sounds so crazy and it's an extra step, but guys, I built my business because of this. I've been successful because of this. I'm almost to the 12K auto bonus, or not auto bonus, the 12K rank up bonus because of this. And I do this every single time. I follow up with those individuals because that is how you build a rapport. If I went into Melanie one time and talked about her husband and never spoke to her again, that shit's going nowhere. Like, I just wasted her time and my time. And I just told y'all earlier, my time is money. When you start thinking about your time and how important it is and that it's money, I learned this when I used to work full time in corporate America. I was a sales manager, and I remember I would sit at people's at big places. I needed to seal the deal. I needed their account. I needed them to advertise with me. Like, it was a make or break for me. Do y'all know I used to sit at those corporate offices for like 2 hours because they didn't give two shits about me, right? I was just a number to them. And the minute one day I grew some cojones. I cannot believe that I did, but I did. And I told the gentleman, I said, listen, my time is just as valuable as yours. And when you're ready to place an order with me and you're ready to advertise in our newspaper, I'm here for you. But until then, I cannot come and sit at your office for 2 hours and wait for you. My time is just as valuable. Do y'all know that that day I signed the biggest account ever because I finally said something? So that has stuck with me in this business as well. It's important for you to remember that your time is valuable. So go and make sure that you're writing them down. My 3, we already know it's social media. Okay. I like the inspo, informative. Informative is where your thrive comes in at, and interactive. Guys, people love those stupid interactive posts. Like, do you sleep with socks on or off? Do you like candy corn or the pumpkin things? Like, just little things like that get your algorithms up. Do I know anything about algorithms, anything about our compensation plan or about the ingredients? Hell no, I don't. What I do know is the products work, and that there is a thing called algorithms, and you just kind of have to play with them. Okay. I can tell you that. My 2, I have never stopped adding to my list. I never stop adding names to my list. Where do I get those from? My groups. I am faithful about working in my Facebook groups because that's new people. Guys, I've been in this company for almost 9 years, and I'm probably fixing to maybe tell some of y'all newbies something that you don't want to hear. You know what? You might already know this. I do not want friends and family to thrive with me anymore. They are more of a pain in my ass than they are worth it. Why? Because they expect from you. They don't realize how hard you work. They see you like having this time freedom and doing all of these things, but they don't really know what you do behind closed doors, even though I do it in front of them. They don't know. They think that we get our product at a different discount and I'm overcharging them. I pay the same thing that you do. When you get strangers in this business that just genuinely want to work this business, that's what I'm praying into. That's literally what I am praying into my life every single day. And the way to do that is through groups, because that's just the easiest way, because they're all strangers but you all have something in common, and then you can get to know that individual, and then they can get to know you, and then it moves from there. I'll be the first to tell you too, I'm not a huge Instagram person. I post on it every day. I do my stories. I'm learning, but I have a love-hate relationship with her, like more on the hate side than the love side, because it's not something that I am familiar with. I do it. I do everything they do. I do not pay for trainings. I think that is insane. All I do is get on there and spend a little bit of time playing in it. So I always add to my leads list of 2 new people. And like I said, they 9 times out of 10, 12 times out of 10 come from my groups. Last but not least is the one on your 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This one right here is probably the hardest one, believe it or not, for people, because you probably aren't doing it the way you should be doing it. So let me just tell you how to do it in boot camp. A lead is, I'm sorry, an ad, no, a fall. See, it's too early for me. Going and connecting with somebody, a leader connect. It would be so easy for me to say, mine's done today. I connected with all these awesome people on this morning Zoom. Life is good. No. I go, and 3 times a week. I don't do it 7 times a week, because you're supposed to do your 10, 6, 3, 2, 1 every single day. I don't do this. I could count this today, but 3 times a week, I go and I reach out to a side sister or brother, and I say to them, hey, Melanie, okay, I got some samples in my back office, and I would love to know the way that you're giving away your samples. Like, what are some things that you're doing? And then Melanie's going to tell me, and guess this is the $1 million thing right here. Hey, Melanie, if there's anything you ever need help with, just let me know. I'm here to help you as well. Too many times we ask, and we don't offer our time and our services back. That's the main thing. But the main point is Leader Connect is you connecting with somebody else and asking for their ideas. I even go to my downline and I'm like, okay, Charlotte, she came to mind. You are freaking killing it with converting your samplers to orders. What are you doing? What verbiage are you using? Like, come on, help a sister out because you're killing it. First off, do you realize what that just did to Charlotte? That somebody acknowledged what she was doing. I know that if people still in this industry do that to me, I'm like, girl, I got you. Like, it's just a little bit, an attaboy. The second thing, why not try what Charlotte's doing? It's working for her. What do you have to lose? Let's see what she's doing. What verbiage is she doing? And then from there, implement it. Implement the information. This 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10, 6, 3, 2, 1, whatever it is that you do, these Zooms that you have available to you, they're great. But you know what you can do? You can hop on a Zoom every single day. You can show up. You can make Melanie think that you're really into it. Guys, if you're not taking what information you're learning and you're implementing first into your personal business, because if you're not working your personal business, you soon shall fail. Hi, my name is Lindsey. I could write a book about that because I am a giving heart. I love to help other people. So sometimes I put my personal business to the wayside and I help my team more. Well, that's not going to keep you sustainable if that's what you do. You've got to have a personal business first. Bring the information you learn into your personal business and then share it with your team, whether that is your team page, if you have it through compliance, that is a chat that you do. I know our team has started using Telegram. I don't like her. I'm learning, but I like her because I can turn off her notifications and get on there when I need to. So there's other ways to do it, but you have to take it, do something with it, and then share it, because there is, I don't know about you, but I want for everybody to succeed in this business. There's enough sunshine for all of us. There is not a secret sauce in this industry for anybody at all. And Jason Camper tells us that too. Like, there's no secret sauce. What works for Melanie doesn't work for me, and vice versa. Or maybe something she's doing finally works for me, and vice versa. So I could talk for hours. I'm going to pass it back to you, Melanie, to let you ask me some questions. I think the main thing is the main thing. Stop comparing. Show up every single day. Guys, I worked this business in the nooks and crannies of my life in the beginning. The first 6 months to a year, I worked this business 30 minutes. When I went and had a potty break at work, my phone was attached to me. If I had to go and drop off an ad somewhere, I sent a quick message. This was even before we had the voice clip. So everything I had to type out. Now you have voice clips. So there's really no reason, even though I have a love-hate relationship with that. I love that people can hear your voice. I hate it because there are people that are working and they can't always listen to that. So keep that in mind too. I've had more people come back to me when I actually type out than when I use my voice. And I work it in the nooks and crannies of my day. I don't sit here and say, I'll try it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. This is not an anytime job for me. This is not a sometime job for me. This is a daily commitment that I commit to myself. And if you can get up in the mornings and do it 30 minutes before your day starts, your business is working for you while you're at work. That is one thing I learned from the very, very beginning. I had to get up in the morning. I did all of my reach outs, all of my follow-ups. This was before I even knew what 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 was. I did all of those things in the morning so that when throughout the day, those people were checking their messages, those people were doing their things. And on my lunch break, I would go reply back to all of those people, send a few more. Boom, it would be working all afternoon. I would do my mommy duties. I would come home, message a few more, reply back, and start over again the next day. That's how I built a successful business. Is I did it every day. I did it on the hard days, the sick days, the bad days, the good days, the days when I got like 15 no's, or I got people that made fun of me or whatever. I mean, okay, you can laugh now. Here I am 9 years later, still standing strong. So that's important for you to show up every single day. So Melanie, I'm going to question answer back and forth to you. So you go, girl.
For sure. First off, thank you for explaining what the heck a reach out is supposed to be, because so many of us, and I know I'm in the same boat as a lot of these guys, a lot of us think that a reach out is just like sending that message, hey girl, how's the kids? Not the getting a response and replying.
Yes.
So thank you. Does anyone have any questions for Lindsey? Like, I think she hit smashed that nail into the wall, like for
I'm an
sure.
open book though, so if you got anything, just you don't even have to show your face, I promise.
And for those that are jumping on late, we do have the recording. So you guys, we will be sharing it out by like lunchtime for sure today. I don't see any questions in the
And
chat.
another thing too, guys, like even with the corporate training we had a couple of weeks ago, even with this, even with anything that Melanie puts in your face, that Lavelle puts in our face, don't try to implement everything in one day. I used to do that. I used to be so guilty of thinking, oh my gosh, I got to change the way I'm sampling. I got to change the way I'm doing this. I got to change the way I'm doing that. And then I would change 30 things and be pissed because none of them worked. Stop. Set a game plan for the whole month. Okay. So, and that is important. So, let me just give y'all a little insight of what it is that I have started doing. I'm in my second month of doing this. I picked 10 people that I know need this product on my social media. I did 10 through Instagram and 10 through Facebook that need this product. I picked 10 people. Last month it was 5. This month it's 10. 10 people that need this business that I just know need this business. Those 20 people are who my reach outs are every single day. Like every day, if they have a new post up, you bet your sweet Bippy, my name is under there. Why? Because it's called TOMA, top of the mind awareness. I want for my name to be at the top of their mind all month long of November. Well, I did that last month. And out of those 15, because I only did 10 and 5, I had one person order. Okay, maybe those odds don't sound good to you, but they're damn good to me because I did something for a month and I stuck to it. So you've got to do things for the longevity of it all. So now I picked 10 new people. I'm on my day 7 of all of these things, and I'm just continuing to put it out there into their universe, checking in on them, seeing what they're doing, not mentioning the word thrive. I'm just getting them to see my name come across their wall over and over and in their stories. And then they're going to be like, who is this Lindsey girl? Or what is it? And that's when it piques people's curiosity. I'm saying at the top of their mind so that morning that they wake up, because this time change feels great right now, but in a few days and it's 6 o'clock and it's pitch dark, that's depressing as hell. And maybe they need some more energy, or maybe they need something and they stalk my page because I've been following them. Boom, they know what I do. So that is stick to something for at least 30 days. If you're sending out a sample message every day for happy birthdays and you feel like that nothing's coming from that, did you just do it for a week? Did you just do it for 14 days? Did you do it for 3? Stick to it for a month. And then when you're at the end of the month and you're reassessing your goals, you're reassessing your game plan for the next month, you can change things up or you can do it again. That is very imperative. I am like all over the place. When I hear that somebody's doing something, I want to try that. But when I finally like honed in through boot camp and said, no, you have to stick to this, it's really helped my mindset and my business. And it's made me not feel like I'm all over the place trying to, rob Peter to pay Paul and catch my tail. No, I know every single morning I have 20 people that I need to make a purpose to reach out to and see what they're up to. So just a food for thought, kind of what I've been doing and what's been working for me.
Oh, that is so true, to having a list of people that you're automatically interacting with. Something that I started doing when Lisa Fuller did the Destination Millionaire, she had us doing a TikTok or a reel every single day for the, what was it, like 23 days. And I am not somebody who can share the business side of this, guys. I'm being transparent with that. Like, business side and I are not friends. Like, we cannot share each other. It doesn't work. She challenged us to make a business TikTok as to what our why was. And anyone who knows me knows that my FIV positive Maine Coon cat is the reason I agreed to do the business side of this. I grabbed my cat, we went outside, and we did a TikTok. Point blank. Do you know how many people were like, wait, you have a sick cat and that sideline pays the vet bill? I'm like, yep. So doing that, I got 5 new people interested, 5 new potential promoters that I've been interacting on their TikTok page. It is just like that. And it took me about, a half an hour to edit that video the way I wanted it.
Well, you just spoke to the mass. I mean, you proved a point that it's not always about your kids. And guys, I've been in this business for 9 years. My why has changed so much. My why used to be to stay home with my daughter. Okay, I got that. My why used to be to give her a life that she deserves. She's got that. My why was to get her to college. Okay, she's a senior. Now my why is being an empty nester and my husband works part-time now. Try to bring him home full time, but we're just not ready for that in our relationship. So part time works for us. Being able to travel the world, like your why can change. And her saying that resonated with other cat lovers, right? Hello, I just turned a dog mom a week ago, and it's a whole new world out there of what people are. And I will tell you, we challenged our team for 60 days. 60 days, you had to talk in your story. This was to earn a leadership retreat. You had to talk in your stories for 60 days straight about the E60 challenge. Okay. We all do it already, right?
Yeah.
But you had to talk about one of the spectrums of it every single day in your stories. And then you turn that story over into a reel. Do you know that knocked a bajillion people out of our leadership retreat because they would not do that? And to me, that's the most simplest thing. Like if you go to my stories, I talk in my stories and throw up every single day in there. Like that's my life. If you want to follow along with shenanigans, that's it. So do something outside of your box and do it imperfectly. Fail forward on those TikToks, on those reels. The easiest way to start talking your stories, turn that story over into a reel. Bam, 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 bam. And then before you know it, you'll become like after 60 days, you're like, what am I missing? I got to talk in my stories today. Like I've been doing it for 60 days. I got to do it. So I love how you stepped out of your comfort zone and you did it because you were challenged to do it, but it felt good, didn't it? To have those people resonate with you and connect with you.
Well, and that's it. And a lot of people, especially with feline AIDS, a lot of people don't know it's a thing, right? Like they hear AIDS, they think it's for humans. No, cats and dogs can get it too, guys.
Mm.
And that's something like that people were like, okay. And I gained a crap ton of followers just by being vulnerable. When we had to take Bear last week to the vet for his 6-month checkup for his feline AIDS, I went live in my stories. And so many people were like, oh shit, you're not kidding that you go to the vet every 6 months. Nope. It's pretty bad when the vet techs know your cat walks on a leash and are like, oh, just give us the leash. Okay, like that's how it is with Bear. But it's something that happens. I joined Facebook groups, gained a crap ton of friends from the Facebook groups, and building those relationships. If you're not building the relationships, are you building your business? And that's one of the reasons why the Vibe Tribe leaders wanted to do the month of November as business. Because we get a lot of questions about, oh, well, how do you guys run your businesses? We do the same thing you guys do, but if you need to hear leaders talking, that's why we reach out.
Absolutely. And your business, guys, can be anything. And I feel like sometimes it's a lot easier for newbies or maybe people that haven't hit the 200K rank or the millionaire stage to talk about it a lot easier because it's very hard for people to understand and think that they attain that. But if you want to talk about putting gas, like something as simple as going to the grocery store and just saying, thank you, Lavelle, for giving me the opportunity to pick. Let me just throw it out there. It's Walmart money or Kroger money. Okay. It's premium gas, unleaded gas. Like when you think like that and you dumb it back down, people right now are just trying to pay their electric bills. They're just trying to buy groceries. They're just trying to put gas in their car. When you sit here and you talk about that, or you have littles at home, guys, you're paying just to put them in sports and to be able to afford to go to these things. Those are what you need to be talking about, not not that I'm saying that it's not a big deal, like tomorrow is auto bonus and things like that. Those are huge and they're great accomplishments. But it's hard for a new person right now with Christmas to be thinking about that. So, you know what? Another great post about business is Walmart's coming. Have you made your list? Are you going to be able to have a debt free Christmas? Amazon, I just saw sent a thing out. They're fixing to start dropping deals. Are you going to have a debt free Christmas? Things like that. Make it where they are relatable to you, right? Um, don't put Christmas on a credit card. Let's go in with the budget. Something like that is what you talk about the business side. It's not, people don't want to know so much into this. They want to know more about what's in their life right this minute. Bam, I can walk in and buy Thanksgiving dinner and not have to worry about it. Absolutely, you can. We get paid every single Tuesday. If we work this week, next week you can have it. And then the next week, that check can go towards your Christmas. That's what you need to be honing in on right now is the holidays, the holidays, the holidays, and how we get paid every single week, come hell or high water.
A post that I did in October, and you guys think I'm crazy, go for it. I went to Walmart and got the no name great value granola bars. I had a box of them in my hand and a box of like the Nutra Valley, like the $6 granola bars. I was like, which box do you buy? Am I paying $6.75 or $2.50? And you know how many people were just like, I always get the 250 one, even though it's not as healthy for my kid. And I was like, I feel that. Like, not a parent yet, don't have smalls, but I feel that. Like, there was times before Thrive that I was buying hubby the no name bars for his lunches before I could afford to get the bigger names. Does anyone have any questions for Lindsey?
Um, well, let me just give y'all a quick story that we'll do. I literally just posted on my story. So go to your stories, take a picture, or I talked on mine. I held it down in my stories. My Facebook, my Instagram feeds over to my Facebook. That's the only thing I have connected are my stories. And I just said, I love waking up at 6 a.m. and working with these boss babes to earn a debt-free Christmas. Stuff like that. It's as simple as that. So get your phone out, take a picture, say that's what you're doing, and post it. And you know, even on here, I would say something like 11 optional Zooms a week for you to jump on and learn, or you know, debt-free Christmas, ask me more. You could throw a poll in there. Like that's as simple as it is to get it in your stories and talk about the business without feeling like you're awkward. Just say, we have a tribe, we work together. Guys, people from other companies, that's a big deal to them, is knowing that there's something that they're not in this alone. And somebody that just wants to hear it. So you have a perfect opportunity right now to take a picture of this like I just did and talk real quick, get it up on your story.
Any questions, guys? Y'all have questions when it's on my inbox.
It's always that way, isn't it?
Always my inbox.
Well, I'll say it this way. There's no secret sauce. The secret sauce is you showing up every single day, day in, day out, come heck or high water. And just knowing there's no perfect this, there's no perfect answer. Just do it. Just do it and see what happens. Commit to something. Today's the 7th of the month. Commit to something. If you've not made a commitment in your business to do something every single day that's a non-negotiable, that's what I want you to work on today. While you're at work or while you're driving your kids to school or whatever it is, stop and say, okay, from now until the 30th, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do this every single day. Even on Thanksgiving, I'm going to wake up before my family gets up, before we turn on the Macy's Day Parade. I'm going to do these few little things. And then I'm going to go spend time with my family, because that's what this business is about. Ultimately, is you having the freedoms to do the things that you want to do, to create those options. But you can commit right now. So I want to challenge each one of y'all on this Zoom or watching the replay, commit to something. If you want to send it to my inbox and hold yourself accountable, hell, even better, send it to me and Melanie and say, I'm committing to this, because when you write it down on paper and you tell somebody else you're going to do it, you better dang sure do it. So that's what I have to do. I make a commitment. I'm in a 90-day slay. I know what I have to do every single day, or else I'm kicked out, and I don't like to be kicked out of nothing. So just commit and do it and watch your business grow. It takes 90 days. I don't believe in 21 days. I don't even believe in 60 days. I believe that it takes 90 days to do something consistent and different and to reap it. Guys, I'm still watering seeds that I planted this summer. That's okay. When they're ready to come into fruition, maybe it's Thrive Elite that makes it happen. But if I would have quit watering those seeds, where would I be? So plant, water, grow, plant, water, grow. The watering process is the longest, but it is the smartest way to do it. And that will be seen through and through. So Melanie, thank you for asking me to be on today. I've had a great time.
Well, thank you, Lindsey, for jumping on, and we appreciate it. All right, guys, those that are here live, we're going to stick around for another minute. Those that are catching the replay, we'll catch you Wednesday with Lindsey Laws at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard. There was a time switch. Watch your banners.